So guys, welcome back to another session of Nutrition 101 with Sherelle Brown, your health coach. It is a pleasure to be here with you today, guys. As you know, we are always teaching people how to eat to live and not to die. So, first things first, if you're not a part of our Facebook community, the War Against Obesity, the cause, consider this your personal invite. It is where we are teaching people how to eat to live and not to die, motivating you, sharing information, insights, and our own personal journeys each day. Persons are posting their meals, maybe a sweaty picture of how they're getting it done. And so we encourage you, if you need support, that is the community just for you. So now we're going to go straight into what we're going to be talking about today, because I've been getting some questions, and guys, we have our own TV show series where it's called Ask Sherelle, the show where you ask the questions and we answer. So this is pretty much an extension of it. And so these are my little nuggets that I like to drop during the week to keep you motivated and inspired as you're going along your health and wellness journey. And so one of the questions I've been getting is, why am I not losing weight? Oh my God. Listen, if I hear this question one more time, the Bible says we perish for lack of knowledge. And so that is why we are doing this. That is why this series is birthed, because my daddy, hello, hears your cries, and he's now providing the answers for you to assist you in your journey. We shall have no excuses. We shall all achieve our goals, because why? We are focused and determined to see the will of God manifest in our life, and we are not letting anything cut it short. And so onward bound. And so let's get straight into it today. Why am I not losing weight? And so one of the first things you may want to consider, if you started a health and wellness journey, you've been doing it for quite some time, maybe 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. Sometimes your body adjusts. Not sometimes, your body does adjust when you start to make changes. And so you would start losing weight right off the back, especially if you're heavy set, if you had a lot of body mass like myself. I was 320 pounds. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I cannot take for granted that some persons may have never seen a video, may have never heard my story. So I'm going to just share a little with you. I had 2 children in 3 years. I ballooned up to 320 pounds, and I'm recently celebrating the release of 100 pounds. And so as a result, that is why the blueprint to weight loss was birthed, and all of that is inspiring what I'm doing here today. And so if you want a little more details about how I lost the weight, if you want your own personal guide, if you want to hear some of my stories and have some sample meal plans and tips and see the tools that I use to do it, get yourself a copy of this today. You can get that at my website, www.sherellebrown.com, or it's on Amazon. Hello, on Kindle. Listen, we are here for you. But getting right back to the question, why am I not losing weight? And so if you've started your journey already, you're going to see weight loss right off the back in the very beginning, just by simply cutting out the basics, flour, sugars, and fat. Just by adding exercise, you're going to see and feel the change in your body. But what happens is sometimes your body gets used to the system and it jumps ship on you. It gets smart, and so then you find yourself having to trick your body. But before we get into that, what I want you to realize is your body sometimes catches up. Sometimes you lose pounds, and sometimes you lose inches. And so if you're now just noticing that the scale is not moving, give it a little bit of time. Don't just measure your weight loss according to the scale. Measure it according to your clothes. Measure your inches. Take a measuring tape. Measure your wrist. Guys, you see the size of my wrist? I have an itty bitty wrist. Hello. And so measure your wrist. Measure your waist. Measure your hips. All of these things is what keep you excited and motivated to keep going. Sometimes the scale gets stuck for a little bit, but don't let that be your only way to judge or be your true guide as relates to if you're succeeding in your weight loss journey. And so that's one of the first things. You might be losing, but you may not know it. And so one of the second things I want you to bear in mind, why am I not losing weight? You're not keeping track of what you're eating. Guys, I keep it real, right? And so the bottom line is, studies have shown that people who take photos, people who take food diaries and journals, people who make meal plans, who consider what they're consuming, lose more weight than people who just pull up to a restaurant or who don't take any consideration of what they're eating. These are the answers to your question. Why are you not losing weight? You are not keeping track of what you're eating. Thus, you are possibly consuming more calories. You are not fully aware of what's happening, and as a result, you're only feeling it in your body, but you're not mentally cognizant of what you are doing. So one of the other points of why am I not losing weight is you may not be eating enough protein. Now, what happens, guys, is protein is actually designed to fuel your body. That's one of the key ingredients that is a part of weight loss. And so eating protein can can help you at least from 25 to 30% calorie boost your metabolism. I got a little tongue tied. Let me repeat that again. It is one of the single most important nutrients in terms of weight loss, and eating protein can help boost your metabolism, ultimately helping you boost weight loss if that is what you're going for. Now, why does it matter? How does that count as it relates to why I'm not losing weight? If you're not consuming enough protein, chicken, fish, being lean protein preferably, then your body is going what? In starvation mode, because it's not getting the nutrient that it needs to produce the result that you want. And so protein is definitely going to be a part of that nutrition plan for you. And so one of the other reasons why you may not want to consider you're not losing weight is you're eating too many calories. Guys, what is the principle of weight loss? What is the principle of losing weight? Come on, basics. We have to burn more calories than we consume. If you are not burning more calories than you consume, you are definitely not going to see weight loss. In actuality, you're going to see weight gain, because you're doing the reverse of what you need to see the results and achieve the success that you want. And so these are to answer your questions. Why am I not losing weight? So we're doing a self check today. If any of these things apply to you, then if you make the necessary adjustments, we're going to be flipping the script. You will see success. You will lose the weight. And so in this endeavor, two things you may want to consider. You're eating too many calories. Now, if you say, Sherelle, help me, how do I, fix this problem? You're going to need a calorie calculator, and you're going to need a calorie counter. Now, first of all, the calorie calculator will help you determine how many calories that you need to consume a day. We did this before in one of our previous videos. If you've not seen it, go back and take a look at Calories Matter, because that's the name of the video. And so you would get your calorie calculator, and you would put in your age, your sex, your height. You will fill out a simple questionnaire, and based on it, it will tell you how many calories you should be consuming a day. And then after you have that number, you would then get a calorie counter, because you would use this calorie counter during your meal plan. No, you don't want the calories for a lifetime. I've heard it all. No, but just like a baby, you need training wheels. And so these are training wheels for you. And so when you start your journey, this is what gives you that structure and that staple in your routine. And so after a while, you're not going to need it. You're going to know offhand, this by looking, this is too much, or I need to reduce this, or this is not balancing out. You're going to feel it. You're going to know it if you stay serious and stay focused. And so another reason why you're not losing weight is you may not be consuming enough whole foods. What are whole foods? Those are your healthy foods, your fruits and vegetables. Again, just like protein, your body needs fruits and vegetables. It needs protein and it needs complex carbs. These are your macronutrients that your body needs to survive, to live, guys. I can't stress that enough. And so if you're not feeding your body fruits and vegetables, you're depriving it of nutritional content, thus sending your hormone balance out of whack. Why am I not losing weight? These are some of the reasons why. Are we getting anywhere, guys? Let me know. You're binge eating. This is another reason. Come on now. How many people guilty? They show of hands. We're about to have church in here today. You decide to go on a diet, or you lifestyle changes you don't stick to. A day or 2 days of doing the right thing. By the third day, you're eating everything in the refrigerator, or you're eating everything in the cupboard. This is not healthy. This is why meal planning is so good. It puts structure in place, and you can then insert the things that you desire, but you'll be fully aware. Why? Because you'll be aware of the calories that is in that thing, and then you can plan for it. Remember now, if we fail to plan, come on now, we're not going to succeed. And so I'm only going to leave you with 2 more points to consider. Why am I not losing weight? You're not doing enough cardio. Now, I don't know why in the past couple of years people have given cardio a bad rap, all kind of negativity. No. For those of you who are just starting your health and wellness journey, even if you're not starting, consider running, consider walking, consider swimming. All of these things help boost your metabolism. That is ultimately going to help you lose weight and burn additional calories. One of the final things we're going to be talking about is you're still drinking sugar. How many people are guilty of consuming high calorie content through their liquids? Now, in this cup, I'll either have water or I'll either have my detox tea. But many of us would put soda pop in here. Many of us would put Vitamol. Many of us would even consume alcohol, which is fine, yet to each his own. But also know that when you do those things, you're consuming excess calories. And so you're saying to me, Sherelle, I only eat salads, I only eat fruits and vegetables. Check what you're drinking. That might be the answer to your problem. And so one of the other things, final thing I'm going to leave you with today, you're not sleeping enough. The body needs sleep. Studies have shown that persons that get anywhere from 6 to 9 hours of sleep today, their system burns a whole lot faster and smoother. They're not sluggish, and they have more energy. Why? Because their body is getting the necessary amount of hours they need to sleep. Sleep is important to weight loss. What? You trying to tell me if I get some more sleep, I could actually lose weight? Yes, you can. And so I said that, listen, guys, y'all know, I'm just like the Baptist preacher. I have one more point for you. You're not cutting back on enough carbohydrates. Those excess flour, that excess white rice, yeah, those things that you like, the excess fries when you make them stops to McDonald's, those can be hindering your weight loss. We are answering the question, why am I not losing weight? Let me know if any bells gone off. Let me know if I'm mashing somebody's toe today. I know this testifying to somebody. Hello. And finally, you're not drinking enough water. And so guys, when you see me look to the right, I have my notes to make sure I hit every point that I could possibly think of through the grace of God to answer that question. Water is also important as relates to weight loss. Water also helps carry your micronutrients and your macronutrients to the body part that you need. It also helps with flushing the blood, guys, with detoxing. You need water. If you're not hydrated, you're causing your body to store. You'll be experiencing bloating, excess weight. Why am I not losing weight? These are the answers to your questions. Alcohol carries excess calories, and so you might be drinking things that consume water, but you're drinking the wrong things. And so in consuming the liquid, you're consuming the calories, thus causing the problems. And finally, medical condition. Sometimes we have things going on, underlying issues that we are not aware of, and they're creating the problem. And so you may want to get yourself checked out. You may need a physical, after you've done all you can and say, Sherelle, I've done everything you said and I'm still not losing the weight. Then your next step may be you need to pay a visit to the doctor and find out what's not properly functioning in your body. And so I hope that this information helped you today. Oh, and if you're a junk food addict, come on now, guys. We say we're eating to live and not to die. We say we want change. We say we want to fulfill purpose on the earth. We want to be able to get up and take that flight at 6 a.m. in the morning and reach to London or reach to Egypt or go to Paris and be able to deliver the word or do the work that we've been called to do in the earth. This is how we do it. We have to take care of the body that God has given us. We have to fuel it with food. We have to be aware of the nutritional content of the thing that we are eating. And if we're going to eat things that we know that are not nutritionally sound, plan for it so that you don't feel as if you're missing out on anything in life. I want you to have what the Bible says that you're supposed to have life and have it more abundantly. And in the name of the Lord, that is what's going to happen. Why? Because you're now being equipped with the tools that you need to ultimately succeed. Guys, I hope that these things, these little nuggets might have helped you today and answer your question as to why am I not losing the weight. Do some self-evaluation, do some self-check, and then make the necessary adjustments you need. And I hope to see you on the other side of better health. And so thank you once again for tuning into Nutrition 101. If you're not a part of our Facebook community, join us at the War Against Obesity. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel where you'll be seeing more of these videos. And if you have any other questions or comments, please feel free to visit us at our website at www.sherellbrown.com, where we are teaching people how to eat to live and not to die. And so you guys have a blessed and awesome evening.